Hello, Dr. Grimsby, and welcome to my porch. I'm going to start with the article from yesterday. Consider how to critique research and how to approach knowledge. The article yesterday was overwhelming to me because it just showed me more ways to be afraid of approaching research. Like I had told you in class, I had a bad experience when I was in undergraduate school, which for me was in 1999 to 2001. And I'm still working on aspects of that and what went down. And I was also studying philosophy at the time. So epistemology, the theory of knowledge, and ontology, the theory of being, have always been really... I'm talking to my professor. Okay, can I have a couple minutes? Okay, go away. Dogs and children will be in this video. Have always been of interest to me and of, yes, and of a concern to me. I felt that the author of the article was tying herself up so tightly in a metaphorical rope. And she kept saying how her co-author said things to her kindly and said with humor. And I really wonder if that's how the author took it at the time, or if she revised her thinking looking back on it. I just ended up feeling very worried for the woman, for the professor. Approaching knowledge is an important idea, an important topic. Is knowledge owned by a culture? Is knowledge relative? Is knowledge something that we can? Is the truth something we can even have? These are big questions. I cannot answer them. And either could this author. She obviously was from a very intelligent family, brought up in amazing circumstances across the globe, and saw lots of different truths. And I remember studying an Indian philosopher who said that until you realize that what you're looking at is only a stick, if you think something is a snake, it's not only till you get closer and closer to the snake that you realize it's a stick, that it really truly is a snake to you. And it is something scary and harmful. And it's not till you get close to it and you realize it's a stick and something completely unharmful, that you realize the truth of something. Maybe that has something to do with whomever Maslow took his hierarchy of needs, and whatever's beyond self-actualization, the tippy top of that pyramid TP. That's where the truth is, and I'm not at the tippy top yet. Crediting scholars who did the founding research. I thank you for putting me on to Lucy Green. I'm going to start looking at who Lucy Green looked at, Dr. Lucy Green looked at, and who was doing this research on informal music education before Lucy, Dr. Green. Just forgive me. I honestly can't. If I don't credit scholars before me, and I don't find the first people and honor the first people, it is not because I haven't thought deeply about that. I'm thinking deeply about that. Then I have a note about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Thank you for that insight. Step it down. Music was changed to make it more simple. Don't know what that means. How do I know which method is suited for my research study? I plan to do two things. I plan to start taking drum set lessons next week, Wednesday. I'm really excited. And I confirmed with the music store that I could have a teacher that would be willing to teach me by listening, and going from the whole piece down to the specifics of the drum line, the drum set line. This music store owner was not completely cool with it. He was like, "You still need to learn your rudiments and your paradiddles and stuff." And I'm like, "Okay, fine." But I did find someone who I could try to have teach me in a informal way. I'm also speaking with my son and his friends who are informal music makers. I've not spoken with any of them yet. I had an hour-long discussion with my son today, which I did record, hoping, since I'm his mother and he is my son, that either it was just a good practice, or maybe I'm still able to use part of that, even though, no, I'm not even going to tell you that, because there was no IRB. How can I build relationships with the participants? I'm deliberately working with, I'm going to try to seek out a female that I don't know yet, but everyone else that I'm seeking out as informal music makers who have not graduated from high school yet are people that I know and that I already have a relationship with. I still am interested in reciprocity. I asked my son today about inserting reciprocity into the discussion that he and I had. He said that he's felt just really excited to talk about something that he was passionate about, and he felt that his friends would also be excited to talk about something they were passionate about. And I'm still thinking about a way to get back to them directly. I know that if I change some of the ways I teach my classes, it will help my students that come after these boys that most of them had been my students in the past. Sorry, I'm rambling. So no, not coffee, not Amazon gift cards, and not just helping teachers, not just helping my students now, but what can I give back to these boys who love music, love what they're doing so much. Still thinking about that. Rephrase methodological responsibility, page 81. Critique the method in using something to be responsible rather than something. Can't read my own handwriting. The woman who wrote the article did change her method. She went from a semi-structured type of interview to a, whoa, I really need to stop and just immerse myself and not just read literature about it and not be afraid. Those little sentences she put at the end of paragraphs, like, my co-author told me if I was going to be afraid to do this, I might as well stay inside my office. I mean, those were hard-hitting sentences for me. And things that I've thought about myself, and not in a good way, in a lot of moments in my life. Like, I'm not going to go there either. Those are thoughts I just have inside my head. And to have them articulated in an article, even and by someone else, not even the author, was hard for me to read. The author had a lot of what she said. She felt calm and comfortable with all of the conflicts that were inside of her. I personally could not thrive or live my best life with the conflicts that she was describing. To be comfortable with that amount of conflict, inner conflict, would be impossible for me. I can't. Final research video. We want info to better the lives of those who teach and those that we teach. Yeah, I definitely want to better the lives of those who teach and those that we teach. That is my whole goal. In everything. I've never thought about bettering the lives of those who teach. I've never thought of myself in the position to do that. Specials teachers are not typically given positions of leadership in my building, although 2 art teachers did win Teacher of the Year this year. So I thought that was good recognition. Okay, now let's go to the overall reflection. Let's keep this under 20 minutes because no one's got time for this. Overall reflection of the course. I was ready for the course. I was not scared of the course. I understand the intent and purpose of the course. Could I keep up with the pace of the course? No, I could not. I understood the purpose of every assignment. I understood its importance. I can't push myself to the breaking point because my breaking point is a very big breaking point. I need to be here for my family, and my breaking point is a place where I can't be there for my family anymore. So I pushed myself as hard as I could. We talked a lot about neurodivergency. We didn't talk a lot about mental health. I think you set up your class so that people who are neurodivergent and identify as neurodivergent feel extremely comfortable talking about that. And I know that I took your ear when talking about my own son. I've lived long enough and done enough damage to myself that pushing myself, like how another student in the class said, well, maybe I should be pushing myself this hard all the time. Pushing myself that hard all the time, too much information, led to me be put in the hospital. So I can't do that anymore. And I didn't, but I also didn't get things turned in on time. What did I learn? So much. I've read a lot of research articles, never knew what they were really about or what the parts were about or what the different sections were about. I have a better idea now. What challenged me the most? Trying to care about the JASP stuff. I do deeply care about objective numbers. I don't want to be the person who does it. When I realized that JASP wasn't going to be the whole course, I was like, what? Jess is not going to be the whole course? Well, this is great. And also at first I thought, well, this is dumb reading these articles on a computer. I want to read articles on paper. But I really, really enjoyed writing comments as I wrote, probably too much. Writing comments as I read. What day did I prefer? Oh my goodness. Qualitative. I love to read. I honestly do love to write, but I don't write. I don't think grown-ups get enough time to write. Weirdly, when I first met Lucas last year, I thought he was such a peculiar person that my way of introducing myself to him was to walk up with a pretend microphone and start interviewing him. So it was, is that the definition of irony? I'm not sure. Alanis Morissette, forgive me. That I got to actually interview him. And that I had started that interview in my vocal pedagogy class last year was an amazing basis for me to be able to ask good questions of him. Loved that part of the class. What aspects of data collection do I enjoy and why? I guess I do. I love asking questions. Do I talk about myself a lot? Probably too much. Yes, but I also love asking people questions. And I think I'm going to start just doing that all the time now. And like you said, people can say no if they don't want to tell me. Asking people questions I find very enjoyable. I care what other people think. What would I want to tell a future student? It won't all be JASP. But if you love JASP, go for it. There's something for everyone. How about this? There's something for everyone. And it's not over yet. And I get to spend some time with my husband finding research journals. So I love that I get to have a forced reason to spend time with him if he's willing. I'm deathly afraid of messing up any questions I ask. I've talked to my son a lot. He and I have a really good relationship. He doesn't think that any of my fears are real about using my position of power as a teacher or as someone older. I still have those fears. I really love, there was a question about using unique methodology. I think that me taking music lessons is a super amazing idea. And knowing that my son and his music friends trade videos of themselves after they've learned music informally through social media, I think that is also a way I will write into my IRB if I'm brave enough to do that part. If I'm brave enough to actually do that part, I will write in that I would like to use their social media and exchanges with each other. I hope that's all the questions that I was supposed to answer. Thank you so much. It continues to be a pleasure. I feel bad that you have to work with us over the school year when you have so many other commitments. I'm trying to get over that. You work really hard. And I respect so much of that. So good luck with everything, and good luck to us too. Thank you.